Hi guys, Ben Raven here for CardRunners. Today we're going to be doing another hand history review, and it's going to be slightly different to the last one I did. As I said in my introductory video, I was going to look for other poker players who I'm friends with to do their hand history reviews as well. So I recently went to Germany to meet a couple of regs, and one of them was JVL Star 69. I looked through a lot of his hands while I was there, like we did some reviews and stuff, and he has a lot of interesting hands, and he plays quite a different style to me, really. He plays a lot more aggressive than me overall, whereas I play a bit more passive. He does play up to 10-20, mixing 4 in and 6 max, but most of the hands today are from mid-stakes. I think I've got one 10-20 hand in there as well, so I hope that's okay. I know it's a little bit out of the small stakes and mid-stakes range, but I think it'd be good to have some other high-stakes action in there as well to review. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my own hand histories, and then we'll spice it up at the end with his hand histories, which I'm sure will be really entertaining for you guys to watch. So let's get straight on to the first hand. So we are 7-handed at a 3-6 table, and it gets folded around to us in the cutoff, and we open for minimum to 12. Sizing's standard for me. I always open 2x on the cutoff. Kind of depends really how much the button's folding. I have a number here how much they fold to cut off steel, so it's also this guy's very, very high, so I can get away with opening for min. So we do get 3-bet by him on the button. I've been playing a lot with this guy recently, and he's been 3-betting me like loads and loads and loads and loads, and that's probably because I open a lot in MP and cutoff as well. So he's 3-betting me out of the blinds and on the button a lot. So against a taggy guy, I might 4-bet, I might fold. And against this kind of opponent who doesn't really like to fold to 4-bets and does 3-bet a lot, I probably lean towards calling or folding, and on this instance I decided to call. So on the flop we flop an up and down and flush draw with a straight flush draw, and we check. And he bets about half pot. Very standard sizing for him, just going half pot. So we clearly have two options now, as folding's out of the question. We can either check raise or check call. So, I mean, the argument for check raising is that we have such a strong hand, given that when we have a made hand, but we have so many outs at the moment, and we can raise to make him fold his like ace queens, ace kings. I kind of feel that our hand, even though, as I said, we don't actually have a straight or a pair or anything at the moment, I feel that we are going to get a lot more value by check calling the flop and hitting our outs. By check calling the flop, we look weaker because most regulars expect us to be check raising sets here. Maybe not this guy because he's a really, really good reg and plays mid to high stakes. Okay, fair enough. But I mean, he assumes I'm a small stakes or small stakes reg anyway. So I think he would expect for me to be check raising my sets on the flop. So by check calling the flop, we actually disguise our hand a lot more. If we were to hit, let's say, an offsuit 6 or an offsuit jack, I mean, clubs, yeah, fair enough. He might suspect that we have flushes, but obviously our range consists of a lot more hands than just flush draws. I do like check raising. Let's say we had a hand like ace jack of clubs or ace 9 of clubs, some kind of like bare flush draw with maybe an over if you had queens or kings or jacks. I do certainly like check raising those because I feel that we have way less equity with those hands. And as for the reasons I gave before, by check calling this kind of hand, we have such a strong hand. We can so many turns we can bluff, so many turns we can hit, and it just disguises our range a little bit better. So for all those reasons, I do just make the call.